Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. This one's going to be slightly different to my previous FIFA videos. It's going to be Call of Duty related, and it's going to be a wish list on what I want in the new Modern Warfare 2 game that's coming out later on this year. I'm a massive Call of Duty fan, I've been all my life. Obviously I haven't really made any Call of Duty videos on this channel yet, but want to start making a bit more varied content. So I thought I'd put together a few things that I'd like to see in the new Call of Duty. I'm a massive fan of Modern Warfare 2, so I'm hoping Modern Warfare 2 2022 is going to be a sort of a massive improvement on the recent titles that have come out. I don't think they've been bad, the recent ones. I'll get into that a bit more in this video, but it's just going to be sort of going through a list of features and things I'd like to see in the new title this year. So we're going to jump straight in. The first thing I'd love to see is squad skill-based matchmaking. Needs a massive improvement there. They need to essentially, in my opinion, either tone it down massively or remove it. I don't know how it was done in the old days with Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, but it just needs to be toned down. It's so sweaty at the moment. In the fact that if you use any gun other than the meta, you're sort of out of the game, and it's ridiculous, really. It's not enjoyable for most people I watch on YouTube. Most people I speak to don't enjoy this sort of level of strict skill-based matchmaking, and it is in the game. You see people like Exclusive Ace research it. It's just frustrating to deal with. So hopefully this title this year will tone it down. I don't know whether it will. We can only hope. Same with most of these, to be honest. Second one I'd like to see is improved challenges for weapons. Now, what I mean by that is I think a lot of the challenges they do at the moment really try and make people play the game more rather than for any enjoyment or fun challenges. It's just sort of like to get 5 kills in 10 different matches, so you have to play 10 matches no matter what skill level you are, and I don't think that's right. I think if you're a better skilled player, you should be able to earn challenges faster. But again, I think that's just to please their sort of shareholders, get views game time up and more matches played, and it's just frustrating. Again, not really caring about what the average player wants to do, and you want to obviously improve at the game, and the better you are, the better challenges you get quicker. And I feel like that style of challenge they've currently got in Vanguard and Cold War just have kind of ruined the motivation for most players. I've played Vanguard and Cold War a lot and just kind of die out at about February time of each year, because it's just kind of just gets stale, and I think that's a massive reason why. Third point is score streaks or kill streaks. Now, I understand why everyone loves the score streak system. It makes players go for the objectives. So I'm all for that. I'm all for a score streak based system. I think in my perfect world it would be a kill streak and score streak system, similar to, I think they had it in Modern Warfare 3, and a specialist system as well. I think we should be able to pick between each one. There should be fair trade-offs, and I think that pleases every player in that way, and it also makes players go for the objective. So that would be, I think, a great place to sort of start, as just have all 3 in the game: score streaks, kill streaks, and specialist streaks. That way it pleases everyone, and gets everyone sort of excited and actually wanting to go on streaks. Talking about streaks, I'd like to see better streaks. Now, I'm going to talk a lot about the original Modern Warfare 2 here, but a lot of the streaks in that game, the AC-130, the Chopper Gunner, Harriers, they were amazing, and everyone just wanted to get streaks in the game, and it changed games as well. Now, obviously, this needs to be fairly balanced, but some of the streaks in the more recent titles are so tame and boring, and it's not worth it, really. There's not really much to do in each game other than just sweat it out, drag it out, get challenges that you're going to get normally in the first few minutes of the game, and just have to wait until the end of the game to make it count. And it's just they just need to add a bit more, I think, like fire into the game. One of the great things about Modern Warfare 2, it wasn't a perfect game. You had quite unbalanced weapons in some places. At UMP-45, for example, you had unreal streaks. I don't know why they can't. Obviously, again, you need to have a fine line here where you need to have balance, but you also need to have a bit of fun in the game. And I think they can just put in some really good and exciting streaks, and it would just make the game so much better, I think, for the majority of players. Next one is FOV slider. I don't know how, to be honest, I haven't even played Call of Duty in the last few months, but I don't even think this is in the game yet, and I don't know how it isn't. Actually, I believe it is in Cold War. It might even be in Vanguard, but it's definitely not in Warzone, and it has to be in Warzone by the time the next Modern Warfare comes out. I don't know what they're planning on Warzone. I'm not the biggest Warzone player, but an FOV slider is a must for, I think, every single player in the community. So that's a pretty straightforward one. Next one, mini-map. So I'd just like to see us go back to a standard mini-map design. Again, like Modern Warfare 2, I don't see what was wrong with it. I think if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's a fair map. It works. It's just exactly what you want in a Call of Duty game. And some of the recent titles are just trying to innovate, and it's just not. I think they just need to go back to basics, get a standard mini-map. Again, self-explanatory, just back to basics. Next one, prestige system. So I've played a lot of, again, Vanguard and Cold War, obviously the last two titles, and I hate the prestige system. It's just boring, and you don't want to play. It's so frustrating. I've had a few times where I've been close to a prestige, season ends, it gets reset to level 1, and I really, this is the biggest one for me, the prestige system. It has to change, in my opinion, from Modern Warfare 2. Go back to a normal prestige system where you can just grind out the levels. Yeah, I'm all for having some sort of season-based challenges and progression, but they need to have a base prestige system where anyone can log on at any point. People work, people go to school. You can't play and grind each season. Sometimes you've got other commitments, so they really need to, in my opinion, sort out that prestige system. That's the main thing that's put me off the last two games. Why would I play a game at the moment where it's just going to reset my progression in 30 or 60 days or whatever it is? It's so frustrating to play, and I really hope that's changed for Modern Warfare 2. Infinity Ward, I don't think they can. I don't think they've previously messed many prestige systems up, so I'm hoping Infinity Ward can make it sort of back to normal and make it more exciting again. So yeah, that's the main one for me. So yeah, that wasn't many. I might actually make a longer video at some point, actually going into some of these in more detail. This is only like 8 minutes so far, but that was just sort of some off the top of my head, and I've seen that a lot of other players in the community and sort of people I know that would like to see these sort of changes implemented for the new Call of Duty. And I think AAA titles in general just need to improve their games at launch as well. Sort of at launch, a lot of these Call of Duty titles having hardly any maps. I think Vanguard had quite a few, to be fair, but Cold War had less than 10 maps in the game at launch, and they just drip feed the content through to you throughout the year, and it needs to change. It's not just Call of Duty, it's every AAA title, I think, at the moment, are just trying to drip feed content through to players, and it's just so infuriating as a player, and I can see it in the community as well. Games in general need to be improved. There needs to be more coming out, like Elden Ring, which was fantastic. They need more titles coming out where there's a lot of content from day one. It's exciting. There's things to do. It's a bit of a frustrating time really for gamers in general. But that's my hopes. Again, I might make a longer video at some point going into these in more detail. But I just thought make a quick video discussing my ideas, and not just my ideas. I'm not saying I created these, but just something that was on my mind. And yeah, I'm a big Call of Duty player, so I'd like to see these. I'm quite passionate about it. And yeah, if you have any other ideas and want to join the conversation below, just feel free to comment, and yeah, that'll be great. I will be making some more content in the near future, so be sure to subscribe and like the video, and I'll be back soon.